Interesting. Okay, that's concerning. Don't know why that happened. Alright, there, there. That one. I'll just have to do. Okay, my stream died on YouTube specifically for a split second there. Because why not? Very strange. That's very, very strange. Okay. So that is just not working, huh? Hmm. Okay. That's clearly not working then. Ooh. Give me a second, I'm just gonna switch to this mode. So I can edit this without it potentially affecting the real stream. Alright. Okay. God damn it, cat. Please. Work with me. Alright, no. If it's gonna be like this, both of you off. So I can't capture Steam. That's annoying. Because I just wanted to capture like the specific soundtrack spot. Incoming message from God damn it. I'm doing pretty well though, Sasha. Hope all's going well for you. Widget, Steam. Not stream, Steam. Stop trying to correct me. I actually want that. What am I trying to do right now? Trying to see if I can display the music properly again. But I'm trying to fix some of the art assets. Alright. No, so that's not gonna work there. But yeah, no, hope all's going well on your end. No, I can't. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. So, delete that. And we'll just, it's the heartbound music. We'll just play it like this for now. I will find a better answer in the future, but now I've just bought it and downloaded it separate to YouTube, so we actually have that as an available thing. So I no longer have to use YouTube Music anymore, which is kind of nice. Well, for stream, at the very least. What's wrong with the music anyway? So normally I'd run it through YouTube Music, which means that I use a widget on a widget connection to my browser to kind of do the display of the music. But because, and it's kind of sucky, but because my YouTube Premiums run out, it's going to hit ads all the time. And some of those ads have music in the background, so I can't guarantee that it won't flag me for something. So I decided, since it's only like $4 at the moment, especially as you can see here, this is the official soundtrack, but it's on Steam. It's because I just bought it. It's $4. I'm happy to buy it. I listen to it for pretty much every programming stream, so I just can justify it pretty easily. I listen to it outside of stream as well. But I don't have a widget, kind of like I did before, like it's this thing in the bottom left. I'll have it pop up shortly. That. I don't have something like that set up for it playing off my desktop or for Steam or anything, so I need to do something about that at some stage. I'm pretty sure I can actually just embed it all into Streamlabs, but I would need to look up some guides and info about that, and that might lead to me watching videos for explanations, not just forum things, and I can't do that on stream because I don't really like the idea of watching stuff that that's not been given the A-OK to do that with. So that's the only thing that's wrong with the music at the moment. Nothing actually wrong with the music, it's just the wrong with me not being able to display it at the moment, which I'm kind of sad about, because I like being able to show that this is the music we're listening to, because Pyro Software is an awesome person, and the person that made this music is brilliant. I actually really love the music for Heartbound. Not played the game though. I feel bad for that. I should play the game at some point myself. It also means it's technically not going to lag as often, because it would lag because of browser problems from time to time, so this is kind of nice. Have a minimum mode where you can just place it in the corner and forget about it and it won't bother you. Maybe it does, but I'm not seeing it. Because like there's a thing up the top that is exactly what I would want, but I can't remove it from Steam. I would love to pop it out. I would absolutely love to have it popped out, like you're suggesting. That would definitely be how I would approach it. Because again, if I pull this over here and I click on even this stuff down here, but like this info here, remove the stuff in between, that is all I would want. But there is no way to pop that out from what I can see. I've tried like clicking on it different ways and all that. But yeah, like if I could manually I'll have it like as an overlay point on my PC, I would do that as well. Very quickly that would be done. But maybe there is. We could look it up quickly. Steam music. Pop out. The option is hidden inside the second menu on the top bar. Where do I look? Let's see there. Not sure how it is referred to in English, because Steam really doesn't like changing languages. It's fair. There's not visual there. Because that's just soundtrack controls. Da, 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 da. Let's see. No, that's not going to get me my answer. It's because it's not big picture mode, is it? Let's see. Music, is it here? I can get a display and notification when a new track begins. No, that's not what we want. Download high quality audio files. That's not what we want. Should be called small mode. Oh, small mode. Okay. That doesn't seem to want to display what we want though. Because that's just showing me the library, not the thing. It shows me it like this, so I can't actually see it anymore. I can't see it in here. Yeah. That's confusing. That it's not going to give me an option like that. That's about, yeah. Oh well. I'm sure I can find a way of sorting it out later. Like, that's the thing. I'm very confident I can find an answer, but I don't want to spend too much more time on it. Again, if anyone asks, it's pretty obvious what I listen to. I always listen to it. Hello, I'm Brazilian. Welcome. Okay, so now that we've got... So now I need to invert it, right? So we need the second one. Hello, you haven't been here for months. How's it going? Hey, Ari. It's been going alright. Hope all's been well with you as well. Oops, that's not what we want. We want... There's a way to flip this, I believe. Isn't there? No, that's not going to work like that. Rotate canvas. No, we want to rotate. Sorry for disturbing, but recently I went to some of those more Western countries and marijuana was everywhere, so may I ask your opinion on the legalization of it? It's an interesting question, actually. So, I sit in a very, maybe peculiar category when it comes to a lot of those sorts of things. Over here, it is illegal. For the most part, there is some room for it in medical situations. The difficulty is that legalization just... By legalizing it, you accept that it is an okay thing to be done, but also at the same time, you can regulate it. That's the big thing, right? That's why I actually dislike New Zealand's approach to smoking somewhat. Because smoking, they're trying to make it illegal here. Just normal smoking, cigarettes and stuff. And that's been something they've tried to do for years. So at the moment, to give an idea, a typical pack of smokes now costs more than like a restaurant meal. Like a good restaurant meal. It's about $40 for a pack of smokes now. So it's a very expensive commodity item here. And all that is done is not much, actually. It's just now a huge source of income for the government, so they like pushing it up every once in a while, more and more. So kind of my opinion with that is very similar in the sense that, like, it's good and bad. It means that there is more likely to be more regulation around it, but there's also likely to be still all sorts of other problems. There's no clean-cut answer with a lot of that stuff. I mean, that's the same with alcohol, right? The amount of times I've heard of people trying to suggest, like, alcohol be made illegal. And it's like, well, you do realize all that's going to do is it's going to push it to being illegal, and people are still going to find a way of doing it. It's how it kind of always is. So, I guess, yeah, that's why I stand by the whole, like, I don't know if my opinion's probably the right one for it. Just because my experience with it is I've seen it do quite a bit of damage to some people's lives. And I will stand by that, but I also won't say that it's not got some things. Oh shit, wrong platform. Yeah, gotta go over to Twitch, remember? To be fair, we had the stream on mainly YouTube break at one point, so, you know, not too far off of it. I wish there was an easier way of flipping things in this. I could new layer this and do it via this. There you go. Um... Because, yeah, that's the thing, is I want it like a full... that, and then flip the other way as well. See if there's an answer online, shall we? A sprite. A flip. Flip. Selection. Shift H, potentially. Okay, let's see that. That's horizontal. Is this? Yeah, okay. Okay, there we go. So we've got a little bit of an answer now. Hello? Yes, hello. I said hello. Jellyman, what? What are you on about? Alright, Are you trying to make a double slash animation? Yeah, so this is an animation we actually already have in the game for Aura. So this is when she upgrades, she gets this attack. Give me a second, I'll load it up on here. So it goes and then another slash comes in and goes down. And then that goes out as a wave. So what I'm trying to do is we changed the slash from this to this. We've thickened it a fair bit. The rationale behind it is actually pretty simple, is that currently the weapon is too reliant on its upgrade to be able to reach things. It doesn't hit far enough away from the main character, which makes it extremely weak. So we've been wanting to give it a lot more area it's hitting, and by doing this we kind of give it a little bit better of a hit radius and hit reg, and it looks a lot better than it currently does. Basically, we're making it fatter so it actually makes sense for hitting a larger area. So all I'm doing is I'm transitioning this slash change to the twin slash, which we've already done with the first part, as you can see, but it's the second slash now that we're trying to do it, and I'm trying to find the easiest way to just flip the value in it. So it should just be doing that. And then we yoink this color. And do that. And then we go here, we grab this one. We go here. Shift V. Alright, let's undo that, because I'm just gonna... do that. And then we select this. So we had it very different before. But we do. See, it's not obvious, but it's better than it was before. That's the big important part of that. And then we want to augment the wave as well. So a new wave A-spray. And with this, since it's a nice, simple 2 layers, what we're just going to do... how am I going to approach this fully? One, two, three. Cool. And then go to this layer. Go back to this one. Brush. And do that. Looks a bit better. Reminds me of Slashes and Soul Knight, but Slash and Soul Knight suffer from... Shouldn't be joking, but yeah. I mean, like, that's the thing, right, is, I'm hoping this changes the animation for the better, but I'm also acknowledging that it might not. So that's the important thing of looking at this, is we need to ensure that things kind of work out well. So, right, file, export sprite sheet, aura slash PNG one. It's going to be aura slash, just call it aura slash. Right, export that. File, export this. Yep, export, and then this. File, export. No, that's not what we want. Actually, no, it's fine to export that as a singular image. Export as PNG, export. Yes, we overwrite the other one. That's fine. So now we go to player, we go to weapons, weapon components, or a slash. We are looking for this one. Import There we go. Actually, no, I need to import differently. I need to edit image, import strip image. Gotta love it. Okay, go here, go here, go here, go here, and then we're looking in new, and we're looking for slash. Okay, so number of frames per row is it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're 64 by 64. Convert. Yes. And then we come back here, and we're going to have to readjust this position to probably here. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, then aura slash twin, we got to do the same thing. Luckily enough, it will have most of the same stuff, but we need to increase the amount of things to convert. Yes. Awesome. And then we readjust this to that same position. And then we do the same with the slash. Except this time we can just straight import. Now, this is the fun part. That should be all rigged up correctly. No one's gonna vote. Yeah, no, I do kind of agree with that statement, right? At the end of the day. Also, yes, hello. Like, at the end of the day, this is for two reasons. This is because it wasn't as visual before, and it will be more visual now. And then it also is gameplay-wise better. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Still has a bit of a weird ending because it looks like it bulges out a little bit too much, but has way bigger of an area it's cutting in. So that's an easy enough fix though to play around with. So I'm just going to force level a little bit to try and get the weapon upgraded so we can see what the twin looks like. We need to get to level 6 with it. Definitely needs like a particle movement or something on the slash, which is easy enough to add something like that if I need to. But now this is probably one of the best weapons in the game, more so than it was before, by a long shot. Because this was probably the best weapon in the game prior to this change, still. And now it's just better. So take that as you will. Again, the idea of the weapon is to be a scaling monster, and I don't want to make it stronger per se, but I did want to make it more reliable, at least in the early game, which is why that area change was what was considered. So it's looking a lot better, but that, yeah, that the projectile needs to be cleaned up a bit to have an animation, because it being that stagnant, kinda not enough. But yeah, no, overall, I'm actually fairly happy with it. Just need to tweak that one bit of the slash at some point, not right now. If we go to the actual slash, it's specifically this one. So it going from the previous frame. Wait, what was that rectangle? Oh, the white rectangle that would kind of expand. That's idle song. It's a placeholder until I can consider a good asset system for it. It's very much similar in design to, is it Song of Mana from Vampire Survivors? Because I thought a weapon like that would be wise. Something that's very much goes from top to bottom of the screen, kinda can go a bit further outwards and gives a small slow. And very low damage but high damage instance. So it scales really, really insanely if you can get your damage high enough. Like, I genuinely, it's a weapon I'm glad I'm not going to put as the default weapon on any character for a long time, because it is probably one of the strongest base weapons in the game. But keep in mind, the weakness of a weapon like that is armor. So the enemy, if you have enemies with armor, that weapon's going to be absolutely bad. Like absolutely horrendously bad. But if you don't have to deal with much armor, it's going to be one of the better weapons. Again, very, very smart on the balancing of that. Well, at least I would consider it smart on the balancing of that. But there we go. So now the slash looks a lot nicer in my eyes. I'm happy with that. I was going to work on some modifiers potentially. I had some systems I wanted to work on for that. I'll think about how I want to approach it. But yeah, for the most part, I still have, I believe I've still got some weapons I need to finish in here as well. Doesn't help. Let's see. Ink spray. So ball of yarn and sledge over in. Oh, Hanabi's like partway done. Yeah, Hanabi needs to be finished. Okay, I need to do that as a priority then. Because we can't just leave that to... Oh, it's because we were doing the pathing shit, right? Yeah, because we wanted to get the pathing stuff implemented. Because we need to, yeah, we need to start getting pathing logic implemented on some of these things. So how far along did we actually get with pathing for weapons? Oh, hello. How's it? Okay. ask the name of the game editor. I want to see how it handles digital signatures when creating the .exe files. So this is Game Maker that I'm using. Game Maker Studio 2. I think if I hover it here, you can see right there. So that's the IDE I'm using. You make games. I also aspire to be a game maker yourself. Fair enough. I mean, it's a fun thing to do, at least in part-time capacity. Highly recommend it. There's a lot of great resources nowadays. It's probably one of the best times ever to get started. Especially if you just want to make solo dev things. I mean, I also agree with Pirate Software. There's not really much of there's no such thing as truly an aspiring. There is just a, are you game deving or not? You are? Cool. What game am I making? A Vampire Survivors-like game based around VTubers. Very much inspired primarily by Vampire Survivors, and Soulstone Survivors is probably the biggest contributors to the ideas. But there's a few ideas from all over the place. Hell, we've recently been working on a system that's actually based off something from Payday 2, which is its pacing manager that it has. Because there's an AI pacing manager in Payday 2 that's really, really cool. And it helps kind of ensure the game's never too much of anything. It means you have downtime, means you have uptime, and it makes sure that it doesn't it skips when it needs to skip stuff like that. And I thought that was a very interesting concept, so I decided to implement a dynamic balancing system per run. So it will figure out kind of the damage you're dealing and balance the enemy accordingly, so you are never truly too far, like excessively behind or excessively ahead. However, you still have room for error, right? Like it's not going to guarantee your run is successful. It's just going to try and keep you going as long as it can, but it's not going to save you. I'm not that kind. I think that would be way too much to add something like that. I'll leave it as 0.17 for now. So like stealth builds are not safe all the time. Well, I mean, so again, with the Vampire Survivors logic, you've got constant combat, right? So the idea will be, if you're doing too many instances of damage, it will increase armor. But if you're dealing too much damage but low instances, it will try and give the enemies health. If you're not taking damage often, it'll try and give the enemies more damage to deal. And if your armor is low, it'll try and give you more enemies, so it's trying to deal more instances of damage to the player. Whereas so yeah, like the example from Payday 2 is that with its combat, it will keep you in action for kind of a allotted amount of time, and then if you're still in combat at a specific point and the next wave would spawn, it will just skip that spawn and it will ignore it to try and give you that forced downtime, to give you a moment of reprieve, so you can actually have good pacing. It's a nice ebb and flow aspect of that. So that's why I'm trying to do it in this, is it's trying to keep the player not always perfectly challenged, but try and make it so the player's never too far ahead of the enemies that it's just AFK basically. I want answers to that, but I also want to give you chance of clawing back in if your build's not gone quite the way you want it. But if it's gone horribly wrong, you're screwed. Like, I'm not going to save you that much. Got a bit late where I live, so I better go. Goodbye, and hope you have a great day. To you as well, Sashal. To you as well. Have a good one. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure this pathing logic's done. So we need to go through everything to see where the pathing logic currently sits with everything. I think it's in the step event at the moment, right? Remove type path. Yeah, here we go. If you don't finish the enemy, you're cooked. Kind of. Again, it's if you kind of also want to diversify your build. I'm sure this is the one thing I will say. It's the same with, in that case, with the Payday 2 manager. There is ways to abuse it. So theoretically, what you could do is you could force the manager to believe you need to it needs to spawn more enemies to deal with you, to basically so you can generate more experience. But like why I say diversification, so again, if you're dealing lots of instances of damage, it will push up the armor, but it won't really affect the health values. But if you're dealing lots of heavy damage but low instance, then it will try and push the health up and not the armor. So it makes it the situation of if you have a diverse build, it will not be able to manage that too well, so it will only give small amounts to both and allow you to kind of keep in that steady path up. Because it will be, yeah, it will just constantly spawn new enemies with like only slightly raised stats, but it will be kind of universally raised, which means that you'll probably be able to counteract it pretty effectively. Again, that's why I think the Idle Song is going to be really, really good as a splash one, because it's going to have lots of high instance damage but really low damage. But it's also got its slow CC effect that it applies, which means that the player will benefit from that because straight up they've got lots of instances of low damage coming in. So if they've got lots of high damage one-off weapons, then they will get a bit more of a balance act to show higher instance, so the manager will try and accommodate to that. I don't think it will work perfectly, so you might want one other like high, lots of instance damage but low damage weapons. But like if you, again, that's why I say that balancing of the build will be very, very important, I feel. So there's a few ways to potentially abuse the system to enable you better. But again, that's why my point is I want you, the player, to find your best way. I'm sure, again, it'll clamp it, so it won't ever go too far above you or too far below you. But, so is it going to be a top-down 2D, 3D? So I can actually show, because again, the game is mostly working. It just needs asset work at the moment. So a lot of the assets in the game are currently placeholder or all that, and reminder that as well that I think outside of like the grass asset, I've done all of the assets myself. Oh, and the text is also from somewhere, but like this is the style of the game, kind of how it looks. So if I go in, this will be how your runs kind of look. Ignore the fact that it's an extremely empty environment. Again, game's early on. I haven't actually made the maps yet. That will be the next update that I work on. But like, this is a character that will be a good example of a few abusable factors, because this character is all about taking constant damage. So there will be potentially ways for you to make the AI manager think you're doing worse than you are. Like, that's why I've got a few things. It's a very complex long-term thing that I'm gonna have to work on with it. Again, Vampire Survivors is very much the main inspiration point for a lot of it. Just use the EX to get a little bit further with the high damage buff. I still wonder if that damage buff is a little too high for a fairly low cooldown EX. Oh, there's a crate over there. Well, it's not really any good options there. Okay. I mean, this run's probably going to be a wash because I just didn't get any healing. And I haven't picked up number 1 hostess. Yep, there we go. But that's the rough idea of the game. There's bosses that you'll have to fight, and it's a boss rush styled game. Again, this is where the Soulstone Survivors inspiration comes in. God, I need to have a drink. Kill a certain amount of enemies, a boss spawns, repeat the process a set amount of times, and that's how you win the run. Is the idea behind it. Okay, so this... Have you thought of adding different types of survivor races? What do you mean by that? If I could ask for clarity. Because we do have a fairly diverse roster at this stage. Mind you, it's not as diverse as it's intended to be. But it is, again, it takes a long time to do assets, so... Like archers, mages, etc. Well, I mean, it's kind of there, kind of not. Again, that's, so with Vampire Survivors, there's kind of that aspect, right? Where, like, some of the characters are very physical, kind of thought of. So this character has a slash, the other character has a slash. This character throws a trident at distance. This character has petals that fly around him. All of these weapons are obtainable by the other characters, mind you. And then all of the characters have... So each character has a weapon and an item that they start with, which are their kind of signature ones. And then they have passives that they can obtain unique to them. So with, yeah, here we go. This is exactly it, right? So he starts with Demon's Umbrella, has the item Demon Blood, and has the ultimate, or EX, of Demon's Voice. Then his abilities are King of ASMR and Clan of Kindred. These can only be obtained on him. They're unique to him only. Same with a lot of these others. Some of them aren't done yet, I believe. Yeah, some of them aren't named up correctly. Because they're still in kind of production. But yeah, like this one, she has a little dude that runs around and picks up experience, deals damage, and gives you a shield. Kind of on a rotating cycle. This character is all about movement speed, and this... Which one's the second one that she gets? It's the echo effect, right? Where she gets a little dude that flies around her and will kind of cast another thing. Gotta go to bed. Got an appointment tomorrow. Are you streaming development tomorrow? The intention is that this was the only dev stream this week. and we'll be playing Persona 3 for the rest of the week, but there will be a lot of dev streams in the future. So consider having a look out for that stuff. Also, there's several, there's a lot of dev streams as well in the past. So if you actually want to see the development of this game from a very, very early stage to this, feel free to have a look through those. It was over a year ago that I started streaming this, and it's been a year and a half since I started working on this. So it's been an ordeal. Also, what would it like to give you a game to find inspiration? It's called Nomad Survival. Nomad. Let's see. I think I've seen this. It's on Steam. Let's have a look-see. Visit store page. Okay, yeah, so it's very roguelike in some sense. Oh, there's a lot more abilities going on there, isn't there? Okay. Interesting. Gotta love that. I just see chaos incarnate going on in that GIF. That's about right. Oh shit. You have as many abilities as you want, with each non-passive ability granting bonus effects at level 5 and 10. Each character boosts a different style of play through weapon skills. Okay. 3 unique characters, 6 more that can be unlocked, 17 active abilities and 19 passives, 1 heritage, which change the playstyle of each run. Okay. 4 maps, multiple bosses. Age you in battle, different. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I can have a look into this. How much is it? It is. Oh, yeah, it's $5 until. I'm guessing Wednesday? Thursday, yeah. No, I can have a look at that. Definitely thank you for the recommendation. I'll give that a check up at some point. Because I mean, like, I got was it Nova Drift recently, just to see what that one was like, because I've been waiting on testing that game out for far too long at this point. Okay. So I think this does have all of the stuff that would be needed for pathing. I would just need to test this. I don't see anything that's missing here that would be needed for pathing. Oh, actually, one thing I should probably have is image angle equals direction. Just as a safety thing. And then go back to this. And start putting the Hanabi thing in correctly. So we actually have Hanbi back in the game. Because I think if I clicked on it now, it would probably just crash the game. Because it's missing so many things going on with it. Okay, we'll shrink that again, and we'll make sure that these levels are done correctly. So this is supposed to increase value to amount. Goes straight to amount, huh? Then next level is amount again. Okay. Questioning my own leveling stuff. Then cooldown. -1. 5 to 4 seconds? That's substantial. Then that is more amount and more damage. And then more cooldown reduction and more area. Okay, and then finally 2 more. Yeah, alright. Some very strange scaling I have on this. Get the default icon again there. So yeah, remove type path, hit type once, crit point trigger. Yeah, crit point trigger sounds right. Okay, so how do we augment you? So we need Hanabi, object, step. So it is pathed, and then on removal, it will do this stuff. Or on end of path. So we need to add. So that's the step function. So then we need to have this, and then it's func type dot on path function. No, not that. Zero. Okay. And then we need from you, we get this. To change out for this. And then how do we want to do this? So image angle equals direction. And then we have in here. Okay, I need to have... So it's got to return the target. Or is it got to return the direction? No, we've got pathing movement is here. Distance, image angle. Okay, so target is what it needs to be called in this case. So it actually does need to be called target. All right. Then pathing movement. So weapon pathing movement will go in here. We'll fix that in a moment. So we need the distance, which will be this value. And it's not 4, it's 5. That is not sprite. No, it is sprite 1, right? Honeybee explosion. No, it's not then. It's sprite hold, sprite 2. Oh no, yeah, it's what? Fucking hell, I'm stupid. Ignore me, I'm having a moment. And then speed, so this is weapon dot value 3. Then cooldown is value 4, mount is value 3. This is value 2. And area is value 1. That's all correct. You need to not have the damage multiplier there because the damage multiplier is applied on damage. So other dot name and so it needs to have other dot name stagnant equals true. No. Speed hold equals 0. Move type equals duration. No, remove type dot duration. Remove duration equals, say, just 1 second for now. Did I need to put in like a remove duration type, or is it just always 1 second? Okay, it looks like it's always 1 second. And hit type equals hit type weapon dot once, and crit point equals crit. Yeah, it's called crit point all for it. Okay, crit point trigger. So a lot of these I don't normally have to set manually as a reminder because we have this setup create. However, I have to be careful because unless I want to make a full separate weapon, basically, or a full separate thing, we're not going to be able to just default it, and that's fine in this case. We might need to find a better answer for that in the future, but we'll see. Also, it would be owner equals other dot owner. Okay. So how about we try this out then? So what number is this? It's 17. Number 17. And we just get rid of this because it's just going to cause an error. And then we go and flick this on a character to see if it breaks the game. Hello, Iron Mouse, my lovely test default. Okay, let's just have that. An empty step event function. So we've got weapon Honeybee on at the moment. Well, that's very much not working as intended. That's right. So it's not removing at the moment, that's fine. But it's not firing again either. Why is it not triggering again? I don't see a reason why it wouldn't. Oh my god, is it that, like, old of a thing? Shit. Okay, that would explain why that's not working. It's because it's using a very old error check on that. Okay, so it should be able to refire now. So now we just need to... I mean, basically the simple thing is I don't think we've actually implemented remove type duration correctly. So we'll just implement that. One, two, three. Well, I'm probably safe for the rest of the game now. Because they're not going to remove. Thank God, I almost drew a penis with these explosions for a moment there. Now it's just a stupid cluster. Okay, so... might make the distance a touch randomized. Which should be pretty easy. There's a lot of ways I can approach that. My first thought is to actually turn this into an array. And have this as the min, and this as, say, the max. And come back here. And have this as I random range. No, that's not how it's written. That's right, yeah. Do this. Do 0. Do weapon dot value 5.1. And there. Now we have a bit of a random variance going on for it. Okay. Yep. All right. So now we've got a bit of randomized variation to its distance that will go to. That's perfectly fine. Now we need to smack this system with the actual remove type duration. So how do we want to handle remove type duration? To remove type duration time source. Just call it no, we need to make it as a time source, don't we? No, we do actually. Yeah, that's a good point. Let's do it this way. No, have it equal 0. And we come in here. Remove type path, else if remove type equals remove type dot duration if remove duration time source equals 0. Time source create with pause array push. Yeah, we can probably be just really simple with this, with just going good old. Unit would be remove duration. Unit type doesn't matter. Arguments as an array is just this ID. And that's the only details we would need. And then it should be all automatically handled. We got to change that value. I just realized. We'll sort that in a second. We know that part works. Just doing this quickly. Remove duration time source equals 1. So again, we're just doing this so this doesn't re-trigger. I think this works out pretty cleanly. The fact that we do have remove type path working as well is a huge deal, because again, this means that there's a lot of weapons we can just quickly change to work with this. Now again, I will add as a reminder, this weapon is bad. This is supposed to be a filler weapon, a weapon that you would run in your build if you've already got weapons. This is not ever intended to be a one that someone will have as their default weapon. That's why its base damage is really high, but its usability is really low. Because it's supposed to be again, supplementing your build. It's you slot this in going, I've already got really high base damage or really good cooldown or really good area, and this becomes good. So a build that would utilize like ink sprayer really well would want this in there as well as the high damage but low instance variants of it, but even more random and irregularity to it to make it in a sense worse. But I'm super happy with the pathing thing. Honestly, I cannot stress enough how much I'm happy that the pathing thing's working. There's a lot of things we can now do with that. There's a lot of weapons that need to be changed in accordance with that as well. Like, again, looking back at Aura's thing, right, is Aura's weapon, the slash, I'm going to turn that into a path weapon, because then that way I can actually handle it better. I'm going to change Gura's trident into a path weapon. This way we can ensure that it will go a bit off screen and then it would disappear, so we don't have to worry about it on screen, like meeting the edge of the screen. Which I think is a huge benefit. All right. Okay. Oh, that's a huge improvement to that system. I will not deny there's still a lot of work that could be done to improve some of this stuff, because there's, again, this is where a difficulty arises, where I'm putting a lot of work on the weapon to constantly be checking these values and checking what to do. There is a very valid argument that the remove type, because there is 3 in here, I should probably make a switch statement for a lot of that and have it checking like that, because it's less other checking that needs to be done. Like, there's a lot of those sorts of systems that we should probably change. But at least it is better than all of the crappy functionality that we had before for things. But I'm really happy with that. That's an awesome change that we've got through now. So we can actually remove this, because we don't want remove type path to destroy off screen like that for now. Because it'll handle itself, is the short answer. We do probably want to make something of outside of view. Don't know. That is all trash now, I believe. Because that's all handled much externally to this. Yeah. No, all of the alarms are useless now. I don't even think they're actually called for or triggered in any capacity. So let's get rid of those. Good afternoon, OMG, what's this? Hello, it is some game dev. we've just fixed a weapon. I'm just kind of going through and ensuring everything's working. Okay, but I am happy with that change. Making a game? Yep. We're making a game. Shrink that down. So that leaves 2 more to finish reworking? Yeah. That's cool. I'm glad you think it's cool. I mean, I'm of the big thing of everyone should try and make games nowadays, because it's best time to do it. Or at least give it a shot. So it's fun, somewhat. Definitely not for everyone though. But a lot of people think it's harder than it is. Are you reviewing it, or is it in the process of development? It's still mainly in the process of development. We're with the track that we're going on at the moment. This is the second to last update before it gets released on Steam, is the intention. And the only reason this update is actually truly getting delayed at the moment is because I want to finish doing the assets that I need to, and that is taking me forever because I suck at art. But yeah, we're pretty far along with things. That's why, yeah, like at the moment there's still a lot of placeholder art. I think one of the ones I will still not get over how funny it is the indicator. I'm an animator by profession. Okay, well, you're gonna probably look at what I've done and cringe then because I suck. But one of the ones one of the things I love is the indicator for targeting, because that has not been changed since I drew it all the way back when, and I drew it in the space of 10-20 seconds. Is this white arrow thing? It's so bad. It is, yeah, it's foul. But I'm in the middle of doing overhauls for it all. I'll get it done eventually, I swear. But you can tell very much it's game dev default art stuff. And outside of, I think, the grass, I've done everything, so... Who made these characters? They're based on VTubers that exist, but I am the one that has done all assets except for the grass. The grass and the text. I will be replacing the grass because it's a... I don't need to reference it or anything like that, but I've done... I do want to make my own stuff for it. And the text, I think I've got it somewhere. Where I got it from. But otherwise, yeah. Like we worked on the slash today. There's still a change I need to make because it gets a little too, it's a little too pushed out on one of the later parts of that slash. But it was a big change to making it look nice. By using their characters, I'm just curious. That's something that I have been very cautious with. So when launching the game, there's a thing that comes up. A bit of text. I'll let that play out again quickly. That is my safety net. Because I've looked into the legality of a lot of this stuff very clearly. I can't make any money off of this game. I'm fine with that. But this... so yeah, no, I've made sure the rules around that. But that's, yeah, I can't make money off this game. That's fine by me. It's my first actual attempt at game deving. So I'm fine with that. It gives me a lot of, it's been a huge learning experience. Again, working on it for about a year and a half. But yeah, been working on it for like a year and a half, and yeah, I am really happy with the progress I've made. I've had some assistance from a friend when it comes to the UI stuff, and getting that designed a specific way, but otherwise, yeah, no. Many long hours. Happy to hear you close. I'm glad that it's as far along as it is. And pure and simply, like, I have a list of characters I want to add. I'm trying to make it as efficient as possible. That's what a lot of this rework I'm doing at the moment. So this is what the new weapons kind of look like. This is what the old weapons look like. And this is what it used to look like. This is the same system, but just worse. So that's why I'm going through and doing a lot of overhauls and reworks at the moment while I have time, and I think that's more interesting on stream than watching me struggle with art like this. Because I could just go work on the new aura assets. Like I have done that a little bit on stream. Oops, skip. Because like this is one of the characters here, but this is the update for that character. Wait, let me find the default. So yeah, this is what the base one looks like. This is what the new one looks like. And as you can see, like, so the assets aren't fully done. I still need to finish transferring the new outfit over, but it's got a lot more movement going on. Also, this doesn't show very well because this is supposed to be duplicated on the end. But her here has way more movement now. It just looks bad because the clothes haven't been put over, so it just looks like she goes naked. I apologize very much for that. It's not the intention. That's my default, okay? I swear. It's my template. There. It's just because I think my old template had it just as black, so it made a thing. So when you were able to release expectedly, my hope is in like a few months' time, but again, it's dependent on what happens with real life as well, right? But like the next update, which is that's gonna release to itch.io, that should hopefully release basically as soon as I'm done with my overhaul for art assets, which is the moment I can kick my ass into gear and just finish these off and work on it. Are you gonna sell this game to any agency? No. There's no selling of this. This is going to be pure and simply, it's going to be on Steam for free and on itch.io for free. I have some contract agreements for some people to play it early if they want to. And that's it. That's the rules, because I can't monetize this because the legality gets too complex there, especially knowing that I am mix matching agencies. We've got Hololive, we've got Vishojo, we've got Niji-sanji, we've got some independents, all that sort of stuff. It would be a legal nightmare to try and get this monetized in the current state of things. And after looking through the legal stuff, only Hololive recently allowed for even selling of games in an official capacity. Like fan games that can be monetized, that's only been recent, but it's still really early on. So can't really do too much around it. So, in the simple fact is, I could probably sell like the independent assets of this game, but I have to be careful about that because again, it could be some of the contracts. This is the fun part. So, some of the legality of it is they state you cannot make basically money, or a company cannot make money off of the game or the game you make, and that's makes sense. So simply put, I'm probably going to pay $100, put this on Steam, and lose that $100 because you can't make money. And Steam's gonna not like me for that. But it'll give me experience getting stuff on Steam as well. That's a big thing, as well as it looks really, really good on your CV if you've released a game. If I ever wanted to work for a game company. And then it means I can keep working on this and then work on some other projects. But I'll work on this at a slower capacity because the main game will be done and ready, and it will just mainly be waiting on asset creation, which at that point in time, maybe things will be a bit more easier around that. Because simply put, I'd love to hire some people, but I don't have money. I'd love to fix that one day. So I guess you should start working on a community so when you release you have people to play it. That's the suggestion. Yeah, I mean, in a sense, that's why I do the streaming. There is a bit of marketing and advertisement for this game already, but a lot of it's been put on hold until this next update's done. Because once this next update's done, then I can start showing the game without it being too much dev asset looking. That's the biggest thing. Because then I can start doing, because like one of the intentions I have, right, is for the characters, I will do independent shorts of each of the characters explaining what they do, what their intention is, and all of their abilities, and that can be used as an advertisement thing via Twitter and YouTube and all that, so I can actually do things around it. But I have to, again, be careful that no monetization occurs in that setting. Because I can't make money. That's the rule. And I have to strictly adhere to that system. Let's see now. I want to try and find a simpler weapon to copy and paste so I can do this faster. There we go. But yeah, like there is a very valid argument of I do need to do a lot more advertisement. It is still early game though, so when it's getting closer to the Steam releases, when I have to have kicked my ass into gear hugely for it at that point. Do you have any designer? If yes, we can talk on Discord. I mean, there is actually a Discord that someone of this community set up a while back. I'd have to find it. But like again, I'm hesitant at this stage getting external help that I don't know, just because I can't afford things, and I don't feel it acceptable to ask someone to do something for free. So that's genuinely my reasoning. Because I do have another friend that's I'm getting their wife to help me with some concepting. And that's purely because they are bored out of their mind and enjoy it. Not too much expensive. Well, that's the thing. As much as I get where you're coming from, realize, and I say this with utmost, like, I truly could not afford it. Because I can barely afford to survive at the moment. I can't afford assistance. I'm very sorry to say that. But I do appreciate the offer. But it is simply, yeah, it's simply, it comes down to, if I can barely afford food every week. Yeah, no, I understand. So yeah, but if I can barely afford food every week, I can't afford to go, oh yeah, no, I'll just, yeah. Well, it's because I'm coming out of, I'm taking a break from study at the moment, so I'm still student-like with everything, so that'd be rough. And I've been a student in university from since 2019. Jeez, it's been a while. Where do I come from? I live and was born in New Zealand. So typically the short answer is I'm on the other side of the globe to whoever's asking, because it's very rare that I'd probably be on the same side of the planet as most people. Pretty used to that though at this stage. Sledge over it. What is sledge over it going to be as remove type? We'll just have it as all, because that gets it out of here. For now, but I should probably make a new one for off-screen, because that's just an off-screen one. Where is main? Controller main. Create. Remove type. Frame. Off screen. So we're bringing it back. Outside of view, remove type that, or remove type equals remove type dot off screen. Easy enough. And then we can do off screen here. Actually, wouldn't duration be better for this? And then just have it set to duration of like 4 or 5 seconds. That makes sense. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, so we get rid of that. We need the setup function to replace this crap. Gonna go for now. Well, catch you later. Remove duration equals, we'll say 5. Can you send a friend request on Discord? Let me see if I can find the Discord server that's kind of for this. So the content here, again, this was done by someone in the community, so I don't manage this, I just am on it. Yeah. Should be posted to both locations. So feel free to join that and go on there. Sweet as. Yep. No, I'm all good with that. So this needs to change to 4. Amount is 3. Area is 1. Object is 0. Speed. Speed is weapon dot value 2. Unlock community post. Be ready to see many cursed things in the future. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, so apparently this is 4 that I have it as. We might make this 7 then. And that should be Oh, we also need to do the leveling, but I'm sure the leveling's going to probably be quite simple. Cooldown only on this one, minus 0.5. And value 2, which is amount. Before, so we change that. And then increase damage by 2, increase area by 0.5. And none of those get changed. Alright, have a great day ahead. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a good one as well. And then cooldown -1 and damage increase by 1. And then finally, wait, no, that's fine? What the fuck's going on with this? 3 is those. 4 is those. 5 is those. Okay, so this needs to... I see what I've done. Yeah. Simple enough. Okay, so now I need 6, which is damage up and area up. And then the final one is damage up and amount up. Yeah. That is all of that done. And that is Sledge Over changed up to the new system. Awesome. I am very much happy with that change. Oh, pardon me. Oh, and then we should get this last weapon done, and then we're done with the weapon changing and moving on to all of the everything else ever. Oh, I'm not looking forward to it. Can't wait. To be fair, it should overall not be too bad of an experience with it all. It's just going to be annoying in a lot of regards. I also might need to make a unique casing for the stat upgrades, because I believe if I tried to do those with the system, it would not work. Which easy enough to fix, right? So we'll probably make something for them in the future, because they're a little unique with how they function. Okay. Why does that keep coming up on my thing? Fucking Takahata like made a tweet yesterday where it's just like 30+ women are called hags, so what are 30+ men called? And I'm like, I kind of want to know what people are saying. I'll look at some point. It'll be definitely a nightmare to find out, yeah. I'm fucking sorry. I just had a... No! No! No way! I have to send this to my friend. Holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna share this with you guys as well, because this is just insane. So I just was like quickly having a squiz over at Twitter, and this is some of the voices stuff. So I've been playing Zenless and I've been enjoying it a good bit. It's fun. I have this character. So something in this list, I'm not gonna point it out, but something in this list caught my eye and I'm like, oh no. Oh no. I was not prepared for that. I was really not prepared for that. Oh shit. Oh god. I was not prepared for that. I'm not going to judge in any way. That's awesome that it's able to do such a wide variety of things. But I was... Yeah, that's a thing to, yeah, that's a thing. God damn. Okay. I was really not prepared for that. I was really not prepared for that at all. You ever get one of those moments that just flashbang you in real life? That's what that was. How am I supposed to recover from that? The fuck? I don't know. All right then, gotta move on. We might as well get this done, because then once this is done, it's done, and we don't have to look at it again, and we can move on with our lives. Well, I say we don't have to look at it again. There's a lot of these that I still am gonna have to go through and do minor tweaks and clean up to. And that's fine, honestly. It's fine. We'll make it work. We're getting there. So, let's yoink from this and just get yarn ball going. So at this stage, doing that, do this, do that. Now we just start copying over our values. minimize that for now while we get it done. Because we're gonna also need a step event for this one, because this one has the collision based events that I handle in its step event. So let's get those as well. Collision cooldown is a value we have that I check for. So we grab this. And in here, and basically now, outside of just some general things, it is fully functioning as it was. That is the benefit of handling these things the way we are now. So, amount is value 3. This is value 4. Okay. And then we need the thing. This, the weapon setup. To replace these. Okay, so this is not duration. This is, we'll call it none. We'll call this tick, and this is also tick. There is some other cleanup functionality we're gonna have to do, but that is enough for the moment. So now we put through all of the things we need. So this needs to be value of 3, the amount is that, and cooldown is still 6. It doesn't look like anything really changes here, does it? Value 2, which is amount is 2 instead of 1. 2 and then 0.5. Value, wow, that on level 5 it gets 4 more instead of cooldown. Seems like an excessive amount. Oh, to be fair, the way amount scales with that makes kind of sense. Damage and then area, yep, and then area, sorry, that's damage and then value. This weapon's terrible, by the way. This drastically needs a lot of cleanup and overhaul. It's just bad. I don't know what to say. But now it is there. There we go. We have now finished the conversion of all character weapons, all weapons in the game, just strictly weapon only things, to the new structure, which is a really, really cool change to be able to say that I've done. Because this new system is significantly better than any of its predecessors for streamlining the process of making these weapons. And as we can see, even when I'm implementing an entirely new functionality system to these weapons now, it's way faster and easier than having to go through and manually do it in very specific cases and then potentially have to repeat it in other ones. Because at this point in time, of all of the main weapons, pretty much none of them have an actual object anymore that they need over here. It is all handled within the base object, which is awesome. Some of this could be changed and improved. But the fact that it's got that, so now let's go and just see that the item isn't crashing the game or anything. So we're looking for weapon 19. Where are you, Iron Mouse? There you are. Weapon 19. Go in, not crash game, check that that's working, and we're good. Ooh. Yeah, I've got a few things I just realized I still really should go sort out at some point, but switch from Aura back to Iron Mouse. So this needs to bounce off an enemy. Let's just level it up a little bit if we can. Because now you're probably seeing from this alone why it needs a mount. Yeah, it's still a pretty shitty weapon. Again, it's a filler weapon. Fill out your build more. We probably should make it also have like a bounce off screen effect. Balls? Yes, balls. So it would be in here. It's ball of yarn. Da, 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 da. So sad that Steve Jobs died of Ligma. Where the hell is Steve Jobs? Ligma balls. Yeah, no. I don't know who you are out there if you link to things, but if you can't find that funny, I don't know if I could ever be friends with you. It's one of the stupidest and funniest jokes out there. Let's see. Gotta love that I'm in charge of the Discord. Let me do some real funny stuff. Uh-oh. If, all right, X is greater than, no, we'll do the less than first because they're, so, view X. Or if X is greater than view X plus view width. Or if Y is less than view Y, or if Y is greater than view Y plus view height. In zone, so I'll just leave it at that for now. Unexpected operand. What do you mean? I'm sure there's a syntax error that I can't see. That's fine. I get that. But where's the tiramisu is lasagna? Don't pull that fucking shit that Pirate Software did the other day where he summarized every food into 3 things. It actually aggravated me purely because it does make sense, but it doesn't stop it from being like really aggravating. Like, genuinely, it frustrates me so much. It's so... What is it? It's American taco. God damn it. Dude, stop saying food as well. It's making me hungry. I don't have much food at the moment. I get paid tomorrow. I don't have much money either tomorrow, realistically. I have too many bills to pay. I actually got offered a really, really good job. Well, okay. Let me correct that statement. I got offered a job that's really good pay and is acceptable, but the problem is it's a full-time job and it will require time outside of work. So I don't know if don't know how I feel on that. And when I say offered, I mean I have later this week the contract coming to me and I can just sign it and get it and start at the end of the month. Called by the bucket. God. That sounds mildly impressive. Okay, I actually cannot see what I've gotten wrong with this. Where have I messed up on this this? America. Yeah, it's about right. Yeah, so if I just break this apart like this. No, this is the correct operator, is it not, for ore? Or do you want me to write ore? No, it's... What? I'm actually confused at this. Why is this not correct? How is ore not correct in this situation? Is it because of this unexpected syntax error? What is the unexpected syntax error here? Oh, that would explain it. I just realized I'm writing if instead of if statements. Yeah, that's... My brain is clearly doing really well today. Let me guess, that fixes it. Hey, stupidity strikes again. All right. That should have that working for now. A little bit nicer. It should mean that, like, when it hits the side, it will try and bounce. The problem is it might still try and bounce outside and force it to just die, basically. This is where an argument could be made. I shouldn't have it try and target enemies. I should try and have it bounce separate to the wall. Like, to a direction that's not quite thing. Let's level it up just a little bit so we ensure that we have enough bounces. Yeah, see, it's bouncing kind of off screen and dying. But there we go. That's kind of what we want. Because at the moment, it actually takes enemies into consideration when it's targeting. For that, I think that's the problem, is we shouldn't. We should try and have it bounce, like, based on that. I could probably do the angle. Right? I mean, it's just randomize of plus 90 or plus, or minus 90, I guess, is probably the easiest answer for it. I'm sure there's a way to actually do the calculation to make it look nicer, but I'm not sure I want to do that. Because I need to probably figure out the surface, or like the collision surface point. We'll come back to this eventually and change it. I think I do need to change it from being a target, like a trying to target thing, to something completely different. Okay. With all of this being the case, I'm happy with these changes. I'm actually very, very happy with all of this overall. Like, goddamn, I cannot stress enough how much I'm happy that this is done with quotation marks. There's so much of these that can be done to clean up and improve. That would make more sense as well, but I don't think that's what we need to do right now. It's low priority, but it means that like I can just do this and be happy because there's literally no reason to hold that. And it's the same with so many weapons now. Oh, that's so much. That has condensed this file alone probably by like so much. It's actually such a smaller game by being able to remove that many objects. Sure, it means that there's arguably a little bit more work on the launch and load cycle, but I think that's fine to have more work that the game has to do during the game than to have a big fat game that's like super efficient. Especially in this case, this was just bad code. This is probably overall just 100% way better for optimization and everything. As well as it makes it easier for me to work on things. That's the biggest thing. Like, don't know about y'all, but I'm very happy with these changes. I'm very, very happy with these changes. I do need to go through and none a lot of these that have got duration. Oh, this is frame. Nice. I can actually just remove this. This is a unique one. We'll have this as none. Path. This doesn't have the pathing in there yet, though. Actually, no, it should be fine because it will handle everything itself. Right? How did we start with the Hanabi one? Weapon movement. So we do have a initial trigger for it all. Cool. Yeah, that's fine. Direction is fine to leave. That should just be like that. That's a bunch of blah 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 stuff. Duration. This is not actually a duration removal. This is on a condition removal, so we're just gonna have none for now on that. Duration on feathers, no, that is none. This can be changed to path though. Oh no, this is hand reveal. No, this would be duration then. Destroy self, instance destroy self, that gets just removed. Time source, this. No, why have I got that? Damage change. Hit point ones, hit point trigger, yeah. So that it holds out all of that stuff. The base duration is 1 second anyway, so that's fine. Okay, so this is another pathed one. Atlantean Trident. So again, this should just be this. We can set a duration if we feel that a distance if we feel that it's not good. This is a duration demon clause. No, this is a frame. Big difference. All right, this is also a frame. Yeah. Remove type path, and then path movement. Do that. Whoops. Do that. Then have this removed, and have this as instead of duration frame. Again, just going through and removing and changing everything to accommodate the newer structure, which is really fucking awesome. Again, we're just going to see a lot of the duration and frame ones overlapping. That's fine, because again, that's just legacy problems that just mean less code. Duration, no, again, frame. We'll come back to this because this does need more work at some point. This one it has its own special conditioning. So again, we'll just put as none. And I'm fine leaving it because again, this one's got the, it is checking for the alpha. So if the alpha is 0 or less, then it just deletes it. This is none. This actually should have path, but again, this is something we'll fix eventually. This one, create pillar. I'm just gonna have this as none, even though there's an argument to be made that it should be shift to duration. But this weapon's also, again, one that probably requires a rework or two. That has no remove type. This has no remove type. It has its own unique stuff for that. So I think the short answer is if it's got a unique one, it's just going to be remove type none. I think that makes the most sense. So there we go. This should be every basic weapon overhauled and changed to accommodate what we want. I'm super happy about this. I genuinely cannot stress enough how like it's awesome to have this finally changed the way it is. I wonder, right? So just a thought with like idle song, we could actually make it duration and we could make it scale the duration a little bit up of how like long it will go for, but mainly have it so it scales up the actual modifying value of how fast it will spread outwards. That would make a lot of sense as well. We could play around with that at some point. But yeah, I'm hugely happy with how much stuff has changed. And how just overall better it is. I'm so happy with that. I cannot stress enough how much I'm happy with that. It's very rewarding to be able to think that everything's done. I'm not going to say that everything is done. Again, we've got a lot of work ahead of us with this game, but that was a huge amount of overhauling that we're now a huge chunk of the way through with. That makes me feel much more satisfied. Because arguably, I think... How many items actually are there? So with weapons, there's like 20 weapons. How many items do we have that exist? One... Oh, this is going to be annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, God. Just read every array push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have like half of that, and then every character has an ability. That's going to take a long time because there's a lot of characters in the end. So what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 16 abilities that need to be done. Then there's also the EXs and assists. So that's 4 per character. So that's 32 things that need to be reworked. But most of, like, these were already in Skill Constructor, and they've got one of the simplest transitions to being a Skill Constructor. Like, pretty much nothing changes between them because there's no leveling, there's no anything. It should just be take the function and put them there. It's going to be the abilities that take a bunch of time because they're, much like the items, there's a lot of work that needs to be done there. But I guess we know what we're doing on the programming streams moving forward. It's that and modifiers, I think, what we're going to be mostly focused on. Just because those will be the more important things to work on. And probably also more interesting is kind of the shorthand of it. Anyway, I think we're going to call it here for today. It's been a solid 3-hour stream. I'm still feeling a bit tired from the weekend. And I have a few tasks that I want to make sure I get done today. So I hope you understand. We'll be playing Persona again moving forward for the rest of the week. Hopefully we can potentially just like push forward and have it done, and once it's done we can potentially move on to a new game or refocus on programming or something else. I don't know, we'll see, but it gives us a lot more room. And I love the game dearly, but it's definitely not as good as Persona 5 Royale has been, so I'll say that. Yeah, so once again, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. You're awesome, stay awesome, and I hope to see you again next time. Till then, bye bye. Oh shit, I fucking, where was it? No, it's not technical difficulties, I swear. Phew, they'll never know that I really fucked that up badly.